Hi, Mr. Goodwin. This is my castle project, and today we are going to start out with the outer bailey, which is the outer portion of the castle that is defended inside the walls. And then we're going to move on, and this is the inner bailey, and it was the most defended partial portion of the castle, seeing as it has humongous towers defending it and a wall, and it is in the heart of the castle. Moving on to the wall, which is the big thick wall that surrounds the castle, and this is the wall right here. Moving on to the keep, which is located inside the big building in the inner bailey. And if you go up the stairs here, you will see the keep is the main building within the middle of the castle where the people were housed. And this is the keep inside here. These are just all little rooms inside here to represent the keep. Okay. So, moving on, and we are going to look at the drawbridge, which was located right here in front of the castle and is the retractable bridge that made it so the people couldn't get across the moat. And I tried to make a drawbridge. It's really hard to make it right now. But that's the drawbridge, and it has the rope that was strung down here to pull the drawbridge up and down. Moving on to the parapets, which were the wedges or the loops cut inside the wall for the archers to sit and look through. The parapets. Okay, so the corbels. The corbels were a piece of wood, metal, or stone that holds up a balcony or a roof. And this is right here. These are the corbels in my castle because they were holding up the wall that was hanging off that the archers and the army could stand on. Moving on to the machicolations, or whatever they're called. I haven't really gotten used to that word yet. And those are the sections that jutted out of the side of the tower or a wall that let people drop stuff on enemies from a high area. And I have those on each of my towers, as you can see in here. I'll get a better look. But you walk in here, right here, and you can drop stuff out of the edge right there. Moving on to the next phase, the moat, which was the water or the river that went completely around the entire castle. Okay, so next we're going to look at the barbican, which was the building that sat in front of the drawbridge, uses extra defense. And this is my barbican, which I designed almost just like exactly a medieval original castle. And this is the barbican right here. Inside of it, I put some more gates right here. Put a gate, and there's the murder holes. And then I had 2 towers that are connected by bridges. And the next one we were going to get to is the poster gate, a secret door that let people come and go secretly. It could also serve as a second door, just overall. And mine is covered up because if the enemy were to come through yours, you would want extra fence right there so that they couldn't just walk right in. And mine goes into the castle. Goes under the moat and up into the castle, but yeah. Okay, so Okay, so I'm out. The next one we're going to look at is the arrow loops, and these are pretty easy. They're the holes that archers can look through to shoot their arrows, and I have them in the walls, everywhere on the walls. And then I have them in my 2 towers, right, on my 4 towers actually, right there, and I will show you those. So they would go up into the tower, and let's get myself a bow, but they could look straight through those holes. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to get to are the portcullis. The portcullis is a big iron door that people had to go through to get into the castle, and it served as another defense. So it is the big iron door located right here when you get through the drawbridge. And as you can see here, army soldiers could look through there and like kill them as they came in. But this is the door, so. And I also have another one back there that they'd have to get through on the barbican. Okay, so the gatehouse is the building enclosing the portcullis, the gatehouse was the portcullis's opener and closer. And this, right, let me get out of here. This is the gatehouse right here, because this is where it was enclosed and stuff like that. And the murder holes, you may have heard me talk about them earlier, but the murder holes are right here, and the murder holes were the holes cut above the portcullis or the barbican used to drop stuff through to kill the enemy. Rocky ledges, so yeah, you could drop stuff through those, and I also have some right here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the rocky ledges, and they're pretty self-explanatory. And they're the big rock ledges, mossy rock ledges up against the big rock piles put up against the outside of the wall. And they could either be piles of rocks piled so that it would be extra defense, so that the enemy had to go over another obstacle, or it could be a ginormous like cliff face hanging off of your wall, which it could happen either which way. And some of them I've seen don't have sometimes. Moving on to the Great Hall. Mine is very colorful. The Great Hall is the place where the castle officials sat to eat, made big decisions, and had ceremonies. And it is in here. And this is the table that they'd sit at. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the storehouse. And the storehouse is where they stored the food and goods for the castle. And I have 2 big storehouses right here. Storehouse. Okay. And I also have another one located right here. And last but not least, we had the stables, which held the animals. It could be horses, cows, sheep, whatever you wanted to put in the stables. And I have sheep in this one. And I have cows in this one. And you may have seen I've said the definitions, but I will also bring them into class. I've got the definitions, the castle, and I've got all the castle parts. So I guess that's it. Bye.